such a dumbass, you guys. I just lit $130 on fire.
The gold crown that I just bought, I walked in off the street. So what I'm gonna do, drop in this little baggie. We're gonna go outside and we're gonna hit it with a hammer.
I hit it so hard, I looked at the bag and it was gone. And there's leaves all over the parking lot. So I was on my hands and fucking knees for 45 minutes trying to I can't find it, it's gone. It's out there somewhere, but it's gonna be dark soon. I'm not gonna be able to find it. So now all I can fucking hope for, and it's Saturday right now, I'm about to leave because I'm just so flustered and frustrated. Fuck it, I got more shit to do and I was gonna stay until like 7, but fuck it, I'm gonna just go home and pout. All I can hope for is that I'm not gonna look at my TikTok, that I look tomorrow and the video got 1 million hits or something, because then the revenue is gonna pay for the mistake. That's all I can hope for. And if that does work out, then fuck yeah, my Hydra social media strategy just never lets me down. You guys don't know, I'm like a Hydra. You cut off one head, I'll spring another one. That's how I use social media. Every time something bad happens to me, I will say, I give it 50% that this video is gonna take off. Because whenever bad shit happens to me, the videos that I make always do really well. All right, I'm gonna go home. Let's see if I got better news tomorrow.
This person's trying to math it. Look at this shit. God bless you, I appreciate it, but Jesus Christ, he's got this fucking math shit going here, and he actually thinks that he mathed it. Fuck the tooth. I got 800,000 fucking views. Fuck the goddamn tooth. I hope somebody goes and finds it and makes a video selling it back to me. That'll get 1 million hits. That's great free advertising. Fuck the goddamn tooth, that's not the point. Buying a metal detector right now because they're on sale, and surprisingly I don't own one, and I can make more content about metal detecting when I do have one. But the amount of people that wrote in the comments section, use a metal detector, like, that never occurred to me. A metal what? Shit, I guess when this metal detector gets here, I'll go check it out again. Maybe I'll get lucky. 2 days later, my metal detector has come from Amazon, so let's see if we can't go find that tooth. Oh great, this looks easy. I'm very unhandy, you guys. Like yeah, it's a joke how bad I am with this kind of thing, so I'm not looking forward to any kind of assembly. Later. It's actually going better than I thought. All right, moment of truth. I'll be damned, it works.
I did look. I learned something. I learned a few things from Elon Musk. There's not a whole lot to learn about him, because I really fucking don't like him. He's not a good person. But he's not an idiot. And there's some things that he has done, besides his inventions, that are quite smart. And the smartest thing I think that I've ever seen him do was throw a brick through his own windshield, because the whole world laughed at him.
Room for improvement.
The whole fucking planet all at once laughed at him. Put him on TV and gave him free press for a week, saying the name Tesla again and again and again and again. This is the thing with social media, and this is why if you're a business owner, I scream about it again and again. I have rendered it so that almost anything bad that happens to me, I can do something with it. I can make content out of it. I can make myself a Hydra. I lose one head, I spring two. I was mad at myself, you guys, yesterday for about half a second when that tooth went flying, because I thought, oh, I bet you there's gonna be a great video out of this. Sure enough. You know, right after I posted that, people were messaging me, like, that's one of the best videos you put out. But, so here's what I got. Here's what I did.
It has been exactly 23 hours since I put it out, and we're at 500,000 hits.
So I'm paid, you guys, as you all know, on TikTok revenue. I don't make a lot. Like, TikTok is actually laughable how little you make, but I have made enough off of this video to cover all the money I lost in that dental gold and probably all the profits I had out of it too. Can't kill me. You just can't. It worked out. The amount of people that have showed me screenshots of it's here, it's here, it's here, it's here. You guys, I literally got probably about 1,000 messages of people showing me screenshots of where, and not a single one of them's the same, you guys. Every single one of you has, it's just like the fucking book. Everybody's got an armchair opinion that they have to tell me about. And, oh man, none of them line up. It is so funny. Every single person thinks it went someplace different. I'm glad it happened. I really am.
1 week later.
Fucking believable. Helmet hair, it's a Sunday, it's been a week since I lost the tooth. I got this message on Instagram just before getting on my bike and coming over here, and sure enough, I go to walk in, it's right here. Somebody found it. And like, I was very clear. I was literally willing to pay money for it again. And somebody just just was kind enough to just be like, use dumb, here you go. Thank you. Like, thank you. That's it. I can't believe how kind someone is, and just like, unbelievable. Unbelievable. Also, it proves I didn't fucking stage it, but what can you do? Seriously, I cannot believe how kind the two of you guys are. Jesus Christ. Okay, this is driving me crazy, and I don't know if it's my phone. I think it's the TikTok app. It's definitely not my internet connection. It keeps happening. I've cleared my goddamn cache. Okay, so I go to edit a video, right? And watch, it's like not gonna do it now that I'm trying to show. Okay, so just for no reason, right? It like got fucked, and now it's having problems. It won't do sound now, and it's getting all like laggy, and I can't touch it. And if I keep fucking with it, it'll crash the app, and my TikTok will get ruined. Now I have to quickly go like this, and good, it went to the drafts, and it's saved. But it's been crashing, and it's been doing that when I've been trying to edit, and it's made me have to, so like, you guys, part of the reason I got so worked up about the World War II book video is what you saw that video, and I said this earlier, that was like the 4th or 5th time I had filmed it. It took hours, and every time I refilmed it, the fucking app would crash. It would take me a while to film. I would have to, I was trying to carefully, this is the irony here, I was trying to carefully choose my words, and on accident, because I got so flustered because the fucking app kept crashing and I kept having to start over, I got more worked up every time. And this has been a problem with me with TikTok for, well shit, now going on 2 months. And literally now, every video that I film, it does that, and I usually have to refilm my videos. It's driving me crazy, and I don't know what the problem is, because I don't think it's my phone. It could be. It's not an old phone, it's like 2 years old. I don't think it's a TikTok app. I've done the updates, I've cleared my cache. I clear my cache every fucking day. It literally does it every day, and it's driving me nuts. So, I don't know what's going on. Do any of you guys know? It very well could be that I actually am that much of a boomer, because sometimes with technology, drop the ball here and there. I don't think it's me, I really don't. I think it's something else going on with the app itself. Maybe it just doesn't like me. All right, let's take a look. So that's like kind of a basic one. This looks silver. Is that black onyx?
I think this is platinum.
Oh, is this platinum? Okay.
White gold, yeah.
Looks like emerald, not a very good one. Some diamond. Is that diamond?
Yeah, but the big one's missing. So.
Yeah, okay, that's what's going on. I'm like, what's going on there? Okay, so this one actually isn't real. See how that mark disappeared like that?
Yeah, no, I know how it works.
But when I see Taiwan or China, that can usually be an indication. So that one's just costume.
Really? That's good.
Hopefully you didn't buy it as gold.
No, I got these from an inheritance. But now that I look at this one, it's got a little bit too much of a...
The hue's off.
Fake shine, yeah. The hue, yeah.
When it's too shiny?
Yeah, no, I know. Any of those have value over spot?
No, the style's way off. Black onyx isn't a particularly valuable gemstone, and these emeralds are kind of crappy. If it was a really deep green, that'd be a different story, but when it's like kind of this light off color.
I see.
Okay, anything else that's 10 karat?
This stuff here, in the bag in there.
This...
You think that's
It's got the same kind of shine. No, this one's not.
It's not?
Nope, I can tell just by the rub it's not. This one's gold filled. If you see a fraction, it's gold filled.
What does that mean?
It's trace amounts of gold. It's not, it's like less than 5%. 250 on the 14, 650 on the 10 karat, and then just $5 on this, because it's just a small amount.
What is the percentage though, so I can calculate it as well?
So you got 9.4 grams here, and you have approximately 24 grams here. It was 25.2, but this onyx has no value, and it's at least a gram. They don't have a lot of value because it's not the 80s. I'm sure at one point this is very expensive. I could do like 25 bucks on this. You want cash or check?
Cash preferred.
Hundreds or, is that okay?
Yeah.
Thank you. Have a great day. What can I help you guys with? Alright, you guys want to have a seat right here, and I will be with you guys.
Oh, you're good.
Okay.
I only have one leg, so.
Okay, perfect.
Okay.
Step on up. Oh, perfect. Yep, that is easy enough. You want cash or check?
I guess what's the value of it?
We do 1,700 bucks on it.
That's not what I thought it would be. I'll do check.
Thank you very much.
Thank you.
Let me write your receipt.
Okay, perfect.
I was this close to telling that guy to go fuck himself and just being like, you know what? Forget it. Because it wasn't anything wrong he was doing. It fucking irritates me when people do that when they did it and they want me to fucking walk. I mean, it's what you're supposed to do here. I just don't like it when I encounter people who know what they're doing because it means it's more of a headache for me. And like 99% of people aren't difficult and they don't make me fucking walk them through it step by step by step. And it's just like, take my money and get the fuck out. This never happens. And this just goes to show you what a bullshit deal that was. I'm gonna make the money on the pearls.
I totally lied to him. I'm gonna make, I paid him 25. I bet I'll get 125 on these pearls. They're Sea Gem cultured pearls. I just sold a set. I paid 10 bucks for it. I got $180. My jewelry person has educated me a lot about pearls, and yeah, actually, it's a total lie. I definitely like buying pearls because I can make a lot of money on them, but I just tell people that there's no money to be made in these. They always say, okay. So, no, this is where the money is. But that just goes to show you what a bullshit deal that was, that I made the money on the pearls.
And Dairyland Stacker just showed me this. Triple B is convicted. He hasn't been sentenced yet, but he pled guilty to, Travis Burrell, 38, appeared in Outagamie County Court, where he pleaded no contest to the charge of felony retail theft as party to a crime. The court found him guilty. Marijuana possession charge was dismissed, but was read into the record. Sentencing scheduled for December 22nd. This was his botched heist in Wisconsin. It says they came from Minnesota. He hasn't been charged in Minnesota yet, but he's gonna get charged here too, so. Fuck him. He had a prior felony. He's gonna get like 15 years. Playing show and tell. I may as well show these off. No, I have not heard of these. What are these?
So this is from the Molosian Nation. And it's a guy who created his own country.
Nice.
So he has his own currency.
And this is him?
Yep.
Is he an American?
Yeah.
Yeah.
No, he is a Molosian.
God, he looks so boomer.
And their currency is partially backed by cookie dough.
Where is said country and is it recognized?
No, it's definitely not recognized. I think it's like out in like the Nevada desert or something.
He just took like Google image like wild horses running and just ripped that and put it on his currency.
Yeah.
And it's like isn't even well printed. Minister of Finance, is he his own Minister of Finance?
I think so. There are some people who live there, so there's like a little group of people, but...
Who's this bitch? Oh, it's his wife. It's like, you married a crazy person. Is their marriage, are they married, do you know if they're married in their bullshit country?
I would assume so.
Does their country have an official state religion?
No clue.
Interesting.
They have like a little bit of...
How long has this been around?
Oh, quite a while, apparently. That's like years. They've changed their name.
Where'd you get these?
You can just order them from them.
Are they expensive?
No.
Huh.
$30 for a set.
All right, looks like somebody bought a signed copy of Wolf at the Gate off eBay. You guys can get signed copies of my books from eBay. I will take offers on them. You can get all my books on eBay, or you can get them on Amazon. You can buy them straight from me. And it's the sequel too, which according to my analytics, I did just look it up. I've sold Wolf in the Jungle. The first one is my best-selling book. I've sold 580 something copies. This came out in January. I've sold 11 copies. Yep. Don't become a writer, kids. Crushes your dreams. You're better off being a cam girl. I'm not kidding. That'll at least pay. Probably crush your dreams a lot less too. This is one of the evil clones. This looks exactly like the artist, my friend. When I got it back, it's awesome. I love this cover, but I got it back, I was like, David made himself the bad guy. That's great. This is the thing I started doing. The A's are stars of David. I finally did something with the K. So my mom means well, but sometimes gives me gifts that she hand makes, and like I don't have a place for them and they're not well made, and like case in point, my dining room table, she made me a table and she made me these chairs, and I was so poor I couldn't afford a table and chairs, so I took it, but goddamn it, they were the most rickety chairs and they fell apart so fast, and like she meant well, but like holy shit, they were terrible chairs. Don't look a gift horse in the mouth. So some of the stuff she makes is cool. So she made this. This I like. When I first got it, I was like, it's a bit arrogant to put a crown above my head, but I've since come to love it. She made this thing here. I think this is one of my favorite things that she's made. It's like this cool, like decorative piece, but she made me a K. Obviously my last name is Kale, and it has been sitting down here out of sight for about 6 months, and finally it's like, well, what am I gonna do with it? Like, where am I gonna put up a K? Oh, I know. All sales are final. No returns, no refunds. Okay? And of course it goes with the clown that the Russian movers gave me. Okay? Well, I'm sad to see this one go. This one just sold, but I've been selling off my Pokemon cards. As you guys know, I've got about 60% of them now on my eBay. It's been a bitch to list them all. But yeah, I've got a ton of Team Rocket stuff. So you guys go check them out. They're Japanese, most of them, mint condition. There was a few of them I was planning on keeping, or I thought about maybe keeping, and this was one of them, but I want a house. Off it goes. I was downstairs the other morning and I walked out of the bathroom and I looked to my right. I was like, oh, the con artist shit. And I kind of glanced at the box of his shit and I realized, oh, there's a lot of Christmas shit here. That's right. He sold it to me in February. I think I even filmed the deal and I was like, you're a couple months late on this stuff. So I put it away and I thought to myself, well, now it's almost the season. I yelled at him about selling me Christmas shit because it was like February. It's like, I have to sit on this for a long time. I didn't pay him anything. I got 20 bucks on this thing. Pays for literally all the Christmas shit I bought from him, and there's so much more now on my eBay. So, boy, glad I put that away, because I could have put this up in March and probably gotten 5, but oh, I like 20 a whole lot more. Pawn Man with a ghost story.
So I'm sharing real true stories about the haunted house that I grew up in, because it's October and I have real ghost stories, and traditionally when I share these stories on TikTok, they usually do pretty well, so it's, you know, great time for me. Yeah. So I'm sharing these stories, and somebody wrote this comment, always looking for attention. Well, I'm a social media influencer. I make fucking videos every day. The fuck do you think I make them for? I make them to get viewed. Always looking for attention. Like, yeah. And I hear airplanes are flying now, too. What is this world coming to? Just boggles my mind. I hear cars are driving. I hear dogs bark. God, savages, all of them. Idiocracy. The sad thing is it's probably only gonna get worse. All right, let's take a look and see what you got.
All right.
Oh, sterling.
There's a receipt and a warranty.
Oh, I mean, I'm just buying for the metal price. Sterling isn't very expensive. So, did you buy this brand new in a store?
Yes.
I did. Well,
You're not gonna like my offer. 21.1 grams. The melt value on that, I'm gonna take a wild guess that you paid probably about 200 bucks for this.
Yes.
$12.21.
Got your little.
Jewelry, they mark it up 1,000%. Wow. Engagement rings are even worse if you ever get married, or if you are. Just careful of buying diamonds, because it's such a scam. So when I buy, you know, I'm just buying for a metal value. Sometimes I melt it down, sometimes I don't. Most of what I buy I melt down. Yeah, even though it's like tiny little diamonds, what they do, if these diamonds are real, it was a diamond that was terrible, and they just broke it apart, and they, because that's a way to get extra money out of it, and then they tell you, oh, it's sprinkled diamond, and it's sterling, and yeah, so they just rip you off. So, just be careful in the future buying jewelry. Buy it new or buy it used. Don't buy it brand new. You're gonna get hosed every time.
Yeah.
200 isn't that bad. You know, I got people coming in here who spend 5,000 on an engagement ring. It's like I can offer you 500 tops, and yeah, it's being fair. Well, hey, I'm getting pretty good at softening the blow. They were not upset at all. Cause like you guys know, I hate this when people come in with sterling jewelry and they want to sell it. It's like, well, you got fucked, and now I gotta be the one to tell you. But yeah, it worked out. What's going on, you guys? We're Between the Pawn. I'm Evan. This is my gold and silver business. Really quickly, you guys, before we get into it, I want to thank my unofficial sponsor for the episode. One of my followers paid for the sponsorship and just said pick a charity. So I picked the Center for Veterans Issues. They're a Milwaukee-based charity dedicated to protecting at-risk and homeless veterans, giving them houses. And I'm gonna tell you guys why I picked that charity in just a minute. How's the week been? Awesome. I got to meet one of my favorite TikTokers this week. One of my favorite people on social media. Kind of one of my driving forces getting on social media. I started following him, Charlie Barons. I started following him right when I downloaded TikTok in 2019 before the pandemic. And I've been following him forever. I follow him on my comedy account and my Pawn Man account. Consistently makes me laugh. Like, we were all going through a lot of shit during the pandemic. And like, I watched a lot of his videos, and it was nice to have a laugh. So I saw he was doing stand-up, and I got tickets to his show. I got front row tickets. I took my employee. Before we went to his show, we hit 1 million followers. That's the other thing that happened this week. We hit 1 million followers on TikTok. Milestone. Anticlimactic. It's the only horn I have. That's the sound of success. We hit 1 million, and I wasn't planning on the show happening on Thursday because we had dinner reservation. I was like, hey, I'm going to take us out to dinner. We're going to go to the show. It's my thank you to you for working so hard. So fancy restaurant and then show, but we hit 1 million right before going out to dinner, and it was like, well, we celebrate tonight, sugar. So we got pretty drunk. And then we went to the show, and when I say we, I mean, I had a couple of drinks before I went. I was like very drunk when I got to the show. And I'm walking in, and I'm like, oh shit. Front row seats to a TikToker's event. I'm drunk. Oh fuck, I don't even recognize it. So kind of do this as I'm going in, sit down, and show starts. It's funny, like great comedy, you guys. It's very like, it's like, they're like really like raunchy comedy. It's just like very like, it's like it's TikToks. They're cute. It's like the whole family could go to it. Unless I'm there. This is what we're getting to. In Charlie's segment, he has this thing about crazy shit on Craigslist from the Midwest, and he has this like posting of this item that looks exactly like something the con artist would sell me. And he goes, we bought it. I leaned over to my employee and I'm like, dude, that's exactly like something the con artist. And he says, and we're auctioning it off for charity. And I was like, oh, I have to have it. So as soon as he says we're auctioning it off for charity, I just screamed, $100. And he's like, whoa, slow your roll there, 1 sec. And so he starts an auction and I am aggressively bidding against the audience. Somebody says 150, I'm like 200. Somebody reluctantly says 250, I'm like 300. I'm thinking, fuck, I was not planning on spending this much money tonight. Some drunk kid walking up goes 350, like he went to the bathroom. He just like walks back into the middle of the bidding. He goes 350, 420. But that's it, and Charlie, you have to sign it. And he's like, okay, and then nobody outbid me. So I won, and all this happened.
This thing's worth $30, but now
This is the definition of con artist shit right here.
I on it, so now it's got to take it down to
And so I saw it, I was like, I gotta win the auction.
Yeah.
And it was like 420. I'm gonna go to 420. I'm gonna go
He
to
bought
420.
it for 420, you know? Read between the lines on that one. I'm not sure what we're gonna say about that, but
I gotta tell you a story.
Yeah.
Oh, you're gonna love this story.
Okay.
Okay, so my grandmother.
Yeah.
Right. I've seen her cry really hard once.
Okay.
It was not at my grandfather's funeral.
Okay, what was it?
It was at the 1998 Gary Anderson Missing the Kick.
Oh,
Wept.
jeez.
It, like,
Yeah.
furiously wept. My grandfather's funeral, not a fucking tear.
Well,
and that's how I
you know,
learned. Man, I
Tell
have
your
to buy
grandma I'm
these.
sorry about that, you know? That's a tragedy right there, you know?
Like, oh, I mean, hey, we could yell it.
Yeah. You know, there you got it.
So that was really cool. I got to meet him. I definitely was like starstruck because it's when you see somebody, and maybe this is weird me saying this to you guys because I see people coming in and getting a little weird with me and I always think it's weird when it happens, but like then I went and did it to this person that it's weird. You see him on camera, you see him on TV, you see him and you see him every day, but when you see them in person, it is strange. So I'm trying to like not act as drunk as I am, and I told him a story, but so okay, so here's what we're doing. A lot of rambling. He signed it, and now I made this TikTok. Charlie signed it. I'm gonna sign it too. This is the charity that Charlie's raising money for, CVI, the Center for Veterans Issues. So I'm looking for somebody to match my donation to CVI of $420. And I will send you this, along with a Pawn Man, 1 ounce of silver. All you gotta do is message me a receipt showing that you made the donation. And if more than one of you does it, oh, I have an idea. I will sign some random ass thing from the con artist buys, and I'll see if I can get Charlie to sign it too, and then we'll send it to you. Nobody has matched me yet, so this is $420, plus you get a Pawn Man ounce of silver. You have to prove that you made the donation. Yeah, I really hope somebody wants to match me on that. All right, any more announcements? Sponsorship. I'm trying not to sell too many ahead to keep on track with it. I'm totally open now. All the plugs that I had sold, I am now caught up. I just filmed the episode. The next Pawn Man episode, I just filmed it. So now I'm looking for Pawn Man episode 60, 61, 62, 249. If you want to do both, I'll go back to my original rate if you want to get 2 weeks in a row. Otherwise, all my Between the Pawns, you guys, are wide open. They're $149, and all of my Pawn Hubs are wide open. They're $99, and honestly, I'm gonna hold them hostage. I need a sponsorship for my videos. It's costing me a lot of money, and I will tell you guys, my sponsors, you've noticed, I've sold the same sponsorship to the same people because it works. People say it's great. They get their money. They can't do it every week because it's expensive, but they do say it's worth it. So let me know if you guys are interested in sponsorship. I will even let you suggest my episode topic for Pawn Man if you pay for it. There's certain things I just can't do, but for the most part, yeah, just let me know. The rates also are only going up, so get them now. With that, I'm gonna have another drink of vodka, and then we'll get on the questions. All right, guys, let's get into the questions. Question 1 coming in from, who do you think? Take a munch again. I gotta make some merch with that. Sorry. I can't unsee it at this point. I think it's funny now. It's like become a staple. All right, Tickle Monster Gal says, what are some of your hobbies? And there's a part 2 under her question. Okay, what are my hobbies now? I basically don't have any because I don't have time. Writing used to be a hobby, but then I tried to turn it into a job, and by marrying a passion with money in a very hard industry that I failed at, I now don't like that as a passion. Drawing and painting is fun, I just don't have time. I attempted to get back into painting during the pandemic. This is probably my favorite thing I've ever painted. I painted this right after high school. Basically, I'm bitching about my hobbies that betrayed me, or what are my actual hobbies? Taekwondo, I haven't done in a couple years. I was getting ready to get my master's, which is my 4th degree black belt, but the school got shut down because of COVID. They wanted me to take it over, but that would entail the kids class, and I do not like teaching children. I go running. That's my hobby, is I run and I read. I run 30 to 50 miles a week, depends what kind of a mood I'm in. I read 1 to 3 books a month, except for when I read Rise and Fall of the Third Reich, which took me almost 8 months. Her next question is, do you think the con man knows I've made money off my deals with him? I don't know. Because he's not stupid. He's smart enough to try and manipulate me for money. He's smart enough to acquire whatever the fuck he has for the price that he has, and I guess the price that I'm paying him is good. He's smart enough to own a 6-figure condo that he owns because I looked him up. He's smart enough to own his vehicle because, again, I looked him up. So he's smarter than he looks and acts, but what perplexes me about him, like, you honestly would have to be an idiot at this point to, I am blatantly making fun of him to his face, and then I look at the camera and I talk like I'm talking to a studio audience in front of him, and he's laughing like he's in a studio audience. But no, I don't think so. He asked about the shirt in the last deal I did with him. I wore the Con Man vs. Pawn Man shirt as the ultimate fuck you to him, and he didn't figure it out. So I don't know. My thought is he's not on the internet at all. It appears not. And one day the jig is gonna be up. And I want you guys to know, if you think I'm mean to him or bad to him or whatever, I would literally give him more money, even though I've learned things about him that disgust me. There's a shred of me that feels bad for him, even though I think he is totally full of shit. Question 2. Coming in from Ricky Markstadt. Ricky says, does Pawn Man sell comics? I got some here. It's not my area. As you guys know, I'd love to expand into all areas and have experts working for me in each area. So yes, I buy and sell comics. I don't want anything expensive because I just don't know. I don't know the arena well enough to want to navigate into that. The baseball card thing or the sports, like, I don't do sports shit because I made one mistake and I lost almost $500, and that taught me stay in your lane. So comics are not my lane. I grew up reading manga and Japanese comics. I don't even know that much about those, but I know more about those than I do about American comics. So I will buy it, but if you tell me that you have some limited edition comic like Superman #8 and it's been graded by this company and it's got a score of a 7 and it retails for $18,000 and I only want 10, it's like, well, I don't know enough to want to spend that much money. My longest story, you guys, is a trip 5,582. The story is called Caroline of Burning Troy. So I pulled up at this, there's a neighborhood here called Kenwood. It's very ritzy. And I pull up to this mansion and I'm waiting outside and this like magazine couple comes out. Like each of them looks like they could be a cutout in a magazine. Beautiful guy, beautiful girl, but they're arguing. And they argue all the way up to my car. And she's like, Jay, I think the boyfriend's name is Jay, I can't believe, she's like crying, I can't believe you're such a bad person. I can't believe you're doing this to me. And he's just like, babe, I can't deal with this. You gotta go. And he opens the door and he just slams the door and he goes back into the car and she's sobbing. And this girl is beautiful. Like one of the most beautiful women who's ever been in my car. Like, I'm just like, God, are you real? So she's sobbing and I'm just like, hi well, I mean, it's his name. He bought the ride for Jay. Yeah, what's your name? Caroline. So she's not going far, maybe about a mile. And I think it's a breakup, right? And it is. But the breakup is because Caroline has stage 4, now 5 bone cancer. She's gonna die very, very, very soon. Within 6 months, for sure. She just had a doctor's appointment today and the doctor said, get your affairs in order. She's dead now. She's long dead now. This was 6 to 7 years ago. This is why I think about it a lot. She looked at picture of health. She was ripped, she was beautiful, she was blonde. She did not look sick at all, but apparently, yeah. And Jay didn't want to be depressed about his girlfriend dying, so he broke up with her. She said that, and I could still see him walking back in, and I put the car in park. I almost fucking got out of the car and went and attacked him. I was like, what? And yeah, this fucking douchebag piece of shit dumped his girlfriend who's dying because he didn't want the burden of dealing with her death on his conscience. So I rated him 1 star and I wrote a bunch of shit that he came into my car saying the N-word and hopefully he got kicked off Lyft. But so I talked to this girl and we just had a really real conversation about death and how she had come to terms with it. And it was sad. So yeah, I would have these human stories like that, you know, most of this book is funny and most of this book is me being an asshole making fun of people in a way that, like, honestly, I can't reread my own book. I don't like it. Just because I have grown and aged and matured so much as a person in the 6 short years since I read, like, I'm very angry in here, and like, my shit hadn't worked out, and I was angry about things that like I hadn't come to terms with yet, and yeah, I keep that book out because it's a nice preservation of who I was and myself and my evolution. Same reason I keep my terrible YouTube videos up. I have some awful YouTube videos up from years ago. I'm gonna leave them up. I want you guys to see how I've grown. So that story, though, that really stuck with me and is very sad. Question 4 coming in from Josh K. Josh says, have I ever been to any of the US mints? No! I'd love to go. I'm hoping I continue to grow my professional capacity, my outreach on social media. I'm still waiting on my fucking blue check mark. I can't believe I didn't get it. I'm hoping I grow to a point where I am so large on social media that the US government wants to work with me in a professional capacity to showcase their products, their history, what they have, their mints, I would love to do a special Pawn Man episode or episodes going to all the mints as like a special guest. That'd be really fun. I'm not there yet, and I have not toured a mint yet. All right, you guys, well, that'll about do it for this Between the Pawn. If you guys like this video, be sure you give it a thumbs up. Hit that notification button so you guys know new episodes of Between the Pawn are coming out. Looking for somebody to buy this for $420 to match my donation to the Center for Veterans Issues. And also, you guys, if you don't want to spend $420, will you please either donate $4.20 or 42 cents? I don't know if they take donations that small. But I have an audience, I looked into it, it's a really great charity. I really like that Charlie picked it, and I wanna help raise more money for it. So I got a link in the video description below. Please go donate $1, but $4.20 I think is funny. If you guys wanna become a Pawn Man, Between the Pawn, or Pawn Hub sponsor, let me know. Get my books on Amazon, follow me on social media, @EvanKale, @Pawn Man, we over 1 million, baby. And I'll see you guys back here for another Between the Pawn. Later, guys.